the founder president of CMA Sri Lanka, Professor Lakshman Vatawala, the president of the International Federation of Accountants, Asma Rasmuki, visiting accountants from over 30 countries, the Council of the CMA, Chairman of the Colombo Stock Exchange, the CEO of the Colombo Stock Exchange, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. I was inspired by that brutally honest speech made by Professor Vatawala. I wouldn't hesitate to echo the sentiments expressed by the Stock Exchange Chairman about Professor Vatawala. Professor Vatawala's energy, drive, commitment, dedication, and effort to bring and develop skills for the youth of this country, education and training by establishing various institutions, and for the development of the accounting profession is indelible. Having said that, I must say that I am very much delighted to be here on this occasion of the CMA Sri Lanka Excellence in Integrated Reporting Awards 2023 ceremony. It is indeed encouraging to see that these awards are open to public quoted companies, both from the private and public sectors. I wish to commend CMA Sri Lanka for organizing and hosting this event and for providing the opportunity for public listed companies from both the public and private sectors to compete with one another and win awards. Companies in Sri Lanka have included the principles of integrated reporting in their annual reports on a voluntary basis. To compete and win awards in recognition of their reporting standards. Talking to the chairman of the judges panel, Professor Ho, whilst we were lighting the oil lamp, I was told that the evaluation process was very rigorous and the quality of submissions by the participants were of a high standard. I'm indeed happy to note that. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are seeing is that new global realities are testing the leadership of companies on several fronts and on diverse issues. There are greater expectations from shareholders today than ever before. Notably, civil society and shareholder activism have rocked companies all over the world over the past few years. The concerns of the millennial generation are setting the global agenda. The millennials are increasingly concerned about the global environment and the impact of business on the environment. In this context, they are attracted to companies both for employment as well as for investment, to companies who have integrated the 6 capitals into their business models. These 6 capitals are financial capital, manufactured capital, human capital, intellectual capital, natural capital, and social relationship capital. I recall Milton Friedman's epigram. Friedman said, "The social responsibility of business is to maximize profits." But today, this epigram has to be interpreted in the context that a company in business is very much a part of society in its own right. It can no longer exist in a narrow universe limited only to its own internal shareholders. There's a greater, larger landscape of stakeholders outside its internal shareholders' domain that it needs to care for. Business leaders today are being increasingly challenged to steer their companies to create value in a sustainable manner. This challenge is clearly compelling company boards everywhere to look out of their boardroom windows, seek an outside-in approach, consider the impact their business is making on society and environment, and to move from a short-term oriented thinking pattern to a long-term integrated thinking pattern. Accordingly, corporate reporting has and is rapidly moving from the traditional financial reporting form and structure to the integrated reporting form and structure. The reality is that the resources used by companies are interrelated and interconnected. Therefore, companies' reporting should reflect that interconnectedness and show how its business operations impact the 6 capitals. Business, ladies and gentlemen, has moved its emphasis. The emphasis has shifted with greater focus towards stakeholder management, technology governance, security, and strategy. Stakeholder management requires a thorough understanding of the legitimate needs, interests, and expectations of a company's major stakeholders, not just its internal shareholders. Technology is no longer simply an enabler. Technology provides a platform for doing business. Today, it has become a source for both future opportunities and potential disruption. It is a good example of risk and opportunity being on two sides of the same coin. When it comes to strategy, boards need to consider strategy in terms of its impact on society and environment. No longer is strategy considered as a means to generate revenue and profits for shareholders. Boards will have to consider the positive and negative impacts strategy has on value creation. And boards must remember that strategy can either sustain or destroy a company's operational legitimacy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm indeed happy to say that this journey from traditional reporting to integrated reporting is pretty much consistent with the Security and Exchange Commission's objective of creating an inclusive and sustainable capital market in our country. My congratulations to all the winners and my best wishes to all other companies who have commenced the journey. To the winners, I wish to say that winning is not everything. Staying on course and keeping your business sustainable is what matters. To all others, I wish to say, stay firmly on course in this journey. You will get there soon. Thank you.